First trading day of the new week here, and well, actually not a lot going on. We're going to start with the bond market because we did see a continuation of that sell-off here on this day that continued to push yields higher. And we had a chance to catch up with Michael Pond, who heads inflation strategy over at Barclays, and he says this is just actually the start of that global bond sell-off. Hank Smith over at Haverford Trust saying something similar, at least in the context of the Fed and rate cuts, saying his expectations for rate cuts is now this year now down to maybe just 1 and maybe even 0, and that's going to continue to put upward pressure on yields. 4.8 right now on your 2-year yield. We're still at around 4.4 on the 10, but a lot of concern right now that we could creep up to 4.5. Bitcoin had a phenomenal day right now, holding at that 72,000 level. We're going to talk about this in just a second. Another phenomenal day for gold, back at a record high, but more importantly, the trading range was insane. It's actually third widest trading day that we've had for gold so far this year, and about the fourth or fifth widest trading day that we've had in about 6 or 7 months. But I want to go back to the top of the screen here because as you can see, just based on where the S&P closed today, there was not a lot going on. Volume about 10% below where it would normally be, at least across the entire tape. Now, Scarlett, there were a couple of interesting individual stories out there. You had some big declines in names like Paramount and Meta, and some big gains today in names like Tesla and Spirit Airlines.
Absolutely. Let's start with Tesla because it was the biggest advancer in the NASDAQ 100, gaining almost 5% on the day. Now, this is fairly unusual, at least this year, for Tesla to gain at least 4.5%. That's only happened 3 times in 2024. The catalyst for this big move today was Elon Musk on Friday essentially distracting investors from its recent sluggish delivery numbers by talking up a robo-taxi. He posted on X that Tesla will unveil a robo-taxi in August. No details, no other details were really given. We're also keeping an eye on Spirit Airlines, up almost 7% on the day, and this after announcing extensive cost cuts, including plans to push out next year's delivery of Airbus SE jets, as well as planning to furlough 260 pilots. And of course, this comes after the government blocked its sale to JetBlue about 3 months ago because of antitrust concerns.